Hi, so we have Harrison Knostman here for the AFD interview. I just have a few questions for you. What age were you when when you were about to get involved in the dance, and can you talk about this time in your life?
Well, I started dance around 3 years old. My mom was teaching dance classes way before I was even born. I believe I was around 3, and she started to actually ask me if I wanted to take dance classes, and I really didn't. I honestly didn't. And then finally, she told me that my cousin had enrolled in dance classes, and of course, then I was like, yeah, I want to go. So I wanted to hang out with my cousin, and eventually, she stopped dancing because she didn't enjoy it, but I really ended up enjoying it. So now I'm here.
That's awesome. That's amazing. And how has acting for dancers helped you with your dance career?
Well, I met Sarah Brinson. I think I was probably around 12 years old, and I think we really clicked immediately. Her choreography was kind of my style. I like to stray away from social gender norms and be a pretty dancer as a male, and I really enjoyed her work. So we eventually had both her and Jay come into our studio and do acting for dancers, and there I not only got to work harder on my dance and perfecting that technique within my choreography with Sarah, but Jay was able to almost teach me how to bring emotion into my dance, because I thought I was, but I don't think I truly knew what I was doing. So through acting for dancers, I learned how to, I think, not only be a dancer, but be a performer.
That's excellent. Yeah. And
Thank you.
how many years were you attending acting for dancers for?
Oh, goodness. I think we've had them in like 4 times now, and that like
Okay, great.
consecutively.
Hmm.
Um, the past few summers, which is always super great. And we luckily enough, because we're here in Colorado, every other year we get to go up to a YMCA in the Rocky Mountains with them, and we stay there, and we get to do acting for dancers up in the mountains, which is super fun.
That's amazing. what is it about dancing that you love the most?
I think this might sound weird. I love the fact that it's almost like a natural human instinct.
Mhm.
At a very young age, I mean, you turn on music and a baby or a child will start dancing. It's just natural. And I think the same thing kind of happens when any kind of music, like at a wedding, wherever you are, if music turns on, people still start dancing. So I think the fact that it's a natural human instinct and that we just took it a little farther than that, I kind of love it.
Yeah. What are some dancers that you look up to for inspiration?
Um, Recently, a lot of it, my inspiration has been coming from Ida Saki. We actually had her come in this year, and I got to work with her, and it was an amazing experience. Other people I looked up to, of course, are Sarah Brinson and Jay. And then there's quite a few my age, like Jacqueline Tatro, another Acting for Dancers alum. She's stunning, and I thoroughly enjoy watching Sarah Brinson. No, Sarah Pippin. Sarah Brinson and Sarah Pippin. Both of them.
What were your reactions and feelings into getting accepted into Julliard?
Um, I've talked about this one a lot. So actually, I was in school at the time. It was in my last period, and I heard from people that other people were getting the acceptance call, and I knew that the school only called with acceptance, and if you were waitlisted or rejected, they would actually send you an email.
Mhm.
So I was kind of in a full panic because I was like, I haven't gotten a call, I haven't gotten
I'd be
a call.
nervous, yeah.
So I was driving home after school, and I was like, please call me, please call me. And the second I pulled into the driveway, I turned off my car, and I picked up my phone, and I actually saw I was getting a call from New York.
Oh my
Um, in
goodness.
that moment, I knew exactly what it was going to be about. So I was super excited. So I answered the phone, but at the same time, I was trying to get into my house, and I was the only person home at the time. So in the background of the call, like the garage door's opening, and it's super kind of awkward. But he was like, congratulations, you've been accepted into our dance program here at Julliard. And I instantly like just started tearing up during the phone call. And then as soon as I hung up, I just lost it completely. I was just so thrilled almost, because I mean, I think it's something I've been waiting for since I was probably 10 years old. I've wanted to like get that acceptance call, but it all kind of led up to like this awkward minute-long phone call. So it's kind of funny, but of course I'm just ecstatic and thrilled, and I can't wait to get started.
That's so great. What are you looking forward to the most in Julliard?
I think the biggest thing is I have been trained thoroughly within the movement aspect of dance, I think. And now I'm super excited to kind of pull back and just really perfect my technique in my 4 years of college. And then also learn how to really take care of my body throughout this rigorous physical process.
Cool. Well, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, hopefully I can be working with NDT2 or some kind of company. I'd love to be in Europe, honestly. And the better thing about that too right now is that there's a lot more funding in Europe for the arts than we have here in America right now. So in 5 years, I'll probably, hopefully, be dancing on a company somewhere.
Fingers crossed. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Where about in Europe are you thinking? Do you know where? Or?
If I was with NDT, I'd be in Amsterdam.
Ooh, good place.
Which would be super fun. I've always wanted to go, and I've heard a lot about it. And I think that's the biggest thing I know about right now. So
fingers crossed. All the best.
Yeah.
Can you talk about one of your most memorable dance performances?
I think my most memorable dance performance was in 2015, the night I actually won Outstanding Teen Male Dancer with New York City Dance Alliance. It was actually one of Sarah Brinson's solos.
No way.
Personal to me. It was called Stuff We Did. It was about my sister because that was the year she left for college. We were always like crazy close growing up. We didn't go to school together, but we'd always end up at dance together every night, and then we'd come home and we'd talk about dance and we'd talk about more dance. And I think her leaving was really hard on me almost. I think that's pretty typical, but it wasn't just like I lost my sister. It was like I lost my other mom and my best friend at the same time too. So it was really about that. And the night of the gala, I was honestly freaking out because I had no idea what was going to happen. And it was my first time attending New York City Dance Alliance Nationals. So I kind of just walked out on stage and was going to perform for myself and just let that be the last time I performed that solo. And I wanted it to be for me and my sister. And I ended up actually crying on stage, which now I look back on the video and I was like, oof. Not a cute crier, but I was so into it in the moment. It felt like probably one of my best performances. And then, after that I won, so I guess others liked it too.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Do you have anything else that you want people to know about you?
I think a lot of people immediately get intimidated by me. I'm not sure why. I think I'm like 6'2" and a boy and a male dancer. So often in the convention world, I think people are a little taken back by that. But I'm honestly just like really quirky and weird, and I just like to be me. And if anyone's open to talking to me, I'll talk with them. I'm just super open to people, and I think a lot of people don't get that vibe from me often because, I don't know, I get very focused in the dance setting.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people get a little pushed back by that, but it's not that I don't want to open up to you. I really do. I do with everyone. It's just me trying to take a dance class.
What's your favorite music to dance and listen to?
Oof. I think to dance to, I honestly like almost any instrumental music. Okay. I think to almost improv to it is a little more personal to an instrumental song because you're not affected by any lyrics or emotions that are coming through. It's just true and honest to you. But I think my favorite music to listen to is almost any kind of pop.
Top 40.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, well, that's all the questions I have at the moment. Thank you so much for your time. It was really, really great talking to